Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm just going to be showing you how to apply for the post-UTME screening for Ekiti State University. And I'm just going to be showing you live. We are going to apply for it and we are going to see the outcome. So make sure you subscribe to my MySchoolBrod YouTube channel, like our videos, share to friends and family, and also if you need any sparse question, make sure you check our website for that. You'll be able to get it there. And also, um for every past questions, we have the video on our website. You should check it out so that you can be able to see the solutions to those past questions. And also, if you check the description section, you are going to see every of our social media platform. Make sure you follow us there. If you cannot hear me enough, make sure you click on the CC closed caption, and also make sure you increase your volume so as to hear me very well. Thank you very much. Let's move on. I would like you to know that I dropped the video recently on how to check your NECO results. You see it as an info card right on the video right now. So make sure you check it out if you want to check your NECO results. And also, before we move on, I would like you to tell you some requirements you need to have or you must have attained for you to be able to register for the post-UTME screening or the PUTME screening for EKSU, Ekiti State University. So first thing is you have to have the link to the portal or to the website in which you can see right here, and trust me, I'm going to leave it in the comment section below. Also, you have to have a valid email, the email address that is actually working, that you have used to register for many of your online stores like your NECO and some other stores. And you also need to have an active phone number, because you need it to register. You need your email and phone number to create an account on the official website of the Ekiti State University. You also need a JAMB registration number. So for every year that you do a JAMB, you do your JAMB exam, you have a registration number. So for this particular year, you also have a registration number. So all you have to do is to check your registration number. You need an ATM card as usual, because you have to make some online payments, and at least, I'll advise you to have at least 4,000 naira in the account you are going to be using to make the online payment. You need a picture passport, a one by one picture passport, and you need your personal information like your bio. And lastly, but not the least, you will need a whole level result. So your whole level result can be your SSCE, which is like your WAEC, NECO, or GCE. So those are the requirements. So the next thing I want to tell you about is the um rules, or rules and things you need to know before you can actually apply for the Ekiti State University post-UTME screening. And let me tell you that quickly and right away. So let me start by mentioning those rules before we actually proceed to create our account and register for the EKSU post-UTME. So the first thing to know is that Ekiti State University, and EKSU, we allow candidates who did not choose the school initially but score 140 above. You get, so if you have like 200, 140 above, but you didn't choose the school initially, but you still want to go to the school, you can apply. And these rules are a lot of rules right here, but I'm just going to simplify it, and I assure you, you see displayed on your screen right now. And also the rules will be displayed on the screen so that you can be able to get what I'm trying to say. And also, if you check the description section, you will see a link to the official website of EKSU, where the rules are actually displayed for you to understand better. So also, those candidates that have scored 140 plus but did not choose EKSU initially, we have to go and do change of institution and make EKSU their first choice. That's the second rule. Another thing to know is that if you are applying or choosing EKSU and you have awaiting results as your O level, you will need to make sure you update your awaiting result on JAM portal before you actually apply for the post UTME. So if you're actually watching me right now and you have not updated your portal, your JAM portal, with your O level results, or you still have a waiting result and your JAM WAEC result is not out, you will actually need to wait for it to be out so that you can be able to upload on the JAM portal. Then you can come and apply for the post UTME screening. EKSU, State University. And there are some other things like the UTME score for some courses. So some of you that is going for mass communication, you are at least have to score 180. If you are going for medical laboratory science, you have to score 220. The same thing goes to nursing, 220. For law, you have to score 240, and for medicine, you have to score 250. So if you don't have these things, you cannot be able to apply for the post-UTME in those courses. So if you don't have up to those, specified requirements, specified score, and you still want to go to Ekiti State University, then you just have to go for another course. That's the fifth rule I want you to know. Then another thing I want you to know is that you have to create an account. It's not like something that you just go register for the post-UTME. No, before you can be able to register for the post-UTME, you have to create an account. Then the next thing I would like you to know, which like the seventh rule, is that at least you must have 5 credits in the major subjects in your whole level, like your maths, your English, civic education. You have to have like 5 credits and not more than 2 sittings, you get. So another thing I would like you to know is that if you are using NECO as your O level, you have to verify it. So you have to give a connection between the EKSU and your NECO e-verify. So I actually talk a little about the NECO e-verify in my NECO video, and like I've said, you also see it as an info card right away. Hop right now, then you can click on it to watch the video. So let's dive into it right away. Let's create our EKSU account on the EKSU official website, and let's do that quick. Let's go. So I've actually created an account on this official website here, but I'm just going to be creating a demo account for you to be able to see the way to create an account looks like on the site. And if you need a link to this site, I promise you see it in the description section. It will be shortened in the description section, so make sure you check it out. So first thing is, for you to create an account, first thing, just do as if you would want to apply for your post UTME. And if you want to apply for your post UTME, you have to click on admission. And I've just clicked on admission right away. Let's wait for you to load. So now it asks me to log in. Remember, we don't have an account yet, even though I have an account, but I'm just going to create a demo account. So all you have to do quick is just click on create account, and then you have to fill in your details. And remember that apart from even filling your details, you have to after creating the accounts, they are going to send you a mail to that email where you have to verify the mail. So like I've said earlier, make sure the email is an active email. Yeah, so let's do that quick. So I'm just gonna copy this right away, and I'm just gonna paste it. Wow, I think pasting is not allowed, or paste is not allowed, so you just have to rewrite it. So make sure you get a good password. It's very necessary for you to get a good password. Please make sure you get a good password. Very necessary. Yeah. I'm just gonna click this. So I'm just gonna click on agree, and I'll click create. So right now I have to verify the mail. So you see email successfully register, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, so this is my dashboard, and I think I'm logging straight, but I still feel we have to verify the mail. So that's just how to create an account normally. And if you need to verify the mail, all you have to do is to go to your Gmail. Then you're gonna see the link to verify your mail, and then you just click on it. That way you verify the mail. So now I've just created the demo account. What I have to do now, I have to log into my own real account where I'm just gonna apply for the post-UTME screening 2024 stroke 2025. Let's do that right away. So I've successfully logged in into my own account, and I just want to apply for the post UTME straight up. So first thing I want you to know is that if you want to apply for the post UTME, it's very easy. There are two ways. Is either you see it here. I'm sure you can see a yellow over around my mouse. So I'm sure you can see it here where it is, where I'm going to highlight, which is post UTME 2024. So there is a table here, and in this table you are going to see available admission or list of application you can apply for, and you can see that post UTM is number one on the table. But if you cannot see that on the table, then you can just go to search and then just input the name related to that. Is that I put 2024, you put post UTME, then the same application should pop up. So let me do that right away in case you are not seeing it as number one. So I'm just going to input pursue TM. So it's going to search, and then it's shown me the application, which is pursue TM 2024 stroke 2025. So you can see the amount, you can see the closing date and everything. I will not be talking about that because I believe you can see it. So I'm just going to click on apply. Okay, so right away, let's do it quick. So now I want you to know that in doing this thing, you have five stages to it. So the first stage is the application. You can see the second stage is the payment verification, and third stage is biodata. The fourth stage is your results, and the fifth stage is program. So let's do it quick. And also, I want you to know that you are going to be needing those things I said you're going to be needing in the beginning of this tutorial. So I'm just going to enter my registration number. Now the registration number be asked for here is your jump registration number. So make sure you get your jump registration number. So I'm just going to get that very quickly. So I just filled in my jump registration number, and I believe you can see it, and at the same time I believe you might not be able to see it. So what is going to happen right away is I'm just going to click on apply now, and then we are going to see the next stage, which should be the stage 2, where we're actually going to make the payment. And for us to make the payment, we need to input the necessary information. So of like I mean the our ATM necessary information. So I'm just going to click on apply now, then go to the next stage. You see, it said you are about to start an online application. Please check if please double check if information you supplied are appropriate. Click proceed to continue, click cancel to review, and the information I actually input there are you know legit, but I'm just gonna click cancel. I'm going to click quit so I can be able to check my jump registration number again, so as to be able to be sure if the registration number is correct. So I'm going to click quit. So I will just want to recheck. So I just cross-checked. So I'll advise you to also cross-check every bit of the information so that you don't give them the wrong information, which is going to affect you later on when processing your admission. So I'm just going to click on apply now, and I'm just going to click on continue. Yeah, so it's going to take me to the next stage, and it said you have started the application, kindly proceed to payment verification. So I'm going to choose okay. Okay, so let's do that very quickly. So we are here right now, and I just want you to know something, which is change entry mode. So we have the direct entry and we have the post UTME. So I'm applying for post UTME, and if you follow my step guide by guide, you should know that you should also should have applied for post UTME. So you can also change your entry mode to direct entry, but I'm just gonna give you summary of what is pop up on the screen right now. If you have to change your entry mode at this stage right now, then you have to pay, because you can see there that is gonna need you to pay some fee. You can see, please note that changing might require you to pay more or pay less if the new application type fee is higher or lesser. So that's it. So I'm not changing, so I'm just gonna click on quit. That's the first thing. So the next thing we gotta do right now is continue, and then after clicking continue, we have to click on pay now. But before click on pay now, you can see some things popping up on the screen like, oops, you can't register because you need to pay the following fee and everything. So I'll just click on pay now, and it's gonna load. And the next thing is, if you look at the right hand side or the right section of this page, or the aside section of this website, of this particular web page, you see the FAQ. Yes, the FAQ. So the FAQ can also help you to solve some problems you are coming across on the EKSU portal. And also, if you scroll down, which I'm gonna do, you will see where you can actually put in your reference number if you have actually made a payment somewhere else and you just want to input your reference number. So I'm just going to pause and scroll down. So you can see that um you can see firstly cancel payments, and also after that you can actually pay manually by using your reference payment reference number, and by doing so you just have to click on confirm manually. So I'm just gonna click pay now, since I've not made the payments, and I'm gonna make the payments on the Oxy portal, not externally, and then have to come and verify my payment or prove to them that I've paid manually. So I'm just gonna click on pay now. So it's loading. Like I've said, it's going to take you to remitter, and right away we're in remitter, where we can see some few information, and boom, all you have to do is to scroll down and click on submit. So I'm just gonna click on submit. I feel there's an issue on this remitter website, or maybe an issue with the EKSU, because right away I'm clicking submit, 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 and it's not going. But I feel we'll continue right away very soon. So guys, I'm about to make the payment for my post-UTME, that is for the Ekiti State University post-UTME. You can see the amount that is accumulated and everything. On the normal website of the EKSU, you can see 2,000 naira, but altogether I'm going to be paying um 3,000, like 22 naira. So all I have to do right now is to put in my card details, the expiry date of the card, and also the CVV of the card. And I also want to make this clear that you can also make your payment through other transaction mode or payment option like the back transfer. We have the USDD, we have the e-naira, and many more. You can see we have a lot of them, but like I've said, I will advise you to make use of your card, because for instance, if you are going to be using a bank transfer, there's going to be a number. You can see the number counting. So if you are not able to make your transfer between that number, like you can see here, bro, whoever is watching, I'm sorry, you won't be able to make the transfer. So I'm going to be going for my card. So all I have to do right now is to input my card details, and when they've generated my payments, there's what we call the, I think, the RR number. I have to make use of the RR number, I think so. So that's what I'm going to be doing right away. So I've put in my details, my card details on the payment portal right now. So all I have to tell you is this: for you to get your card number, actually, as you can see on the screen, the card number is at the back of your card. If you are making use of, it depends on the kind of card you're making use of. I think if you're making use of VAV card, your ATM card is VAV, then you should see it at the front. If you're making use of Visa, you should actually see at the back. But I don't know where yours might be, because you might be making use of MasterCard. I don't know for MasterCard, and there are some other kind of cards that I think the numbers aren't displayed on it, so that for security purpose. And you can also see the CVV, which is like the pin, and also at the back. And no, that's why I'm saying that you can't see the card number for some cards at the back because of some security purpose. And you also see the expiry date at the back, most especially under the CVV. So that's how to get your card details. And like I've said earlier, at least have up to 4,000 naira on your bank account because of some other extra charges fee. As you can see on the website, it is 2,000 naira, but I'm about to pay around 3,000 naira now, and I'm also seeing charges fee of 400 and something naira. So I think altogether we'll be spending around 35, if I'm not wrong, or maybe this same 3,022 naira if actually the service charge for the meter has been added to the amount I'm about to pay. So all I have to do right now is to pay, and I'm going to click on this where you can see my mouse over right now, and I'm just going to click on pay. And before I can also click on pay, let me tell you this: if you are actually watching this video, I also want to tell you that you can make use of your phone to register for the post-UTME. But what thing I would advise you for is that if you are actually making use of your phone, it is advisable for you to use your card to pay, because if you are making use of bank transfer and you're unable to do it within that little amount of time, you're going to lose the account details of that bank. So you can also make use of a phone, and I'm going to pay right away. So you can see please wait. Yeah, you can see the RR number on the screen displayed right away. That RR number, it's a very important number, and please make sure you write the number down, because you might actually need it for some things. But my web browser right away is showing something, and I just have to read it and everything. Okay, so I'm just gonna click on allow. So they want to actually send a OTP or an OTP to me. So I'm just gonna click on my phone number. So I have to get the verification code quickly. So I'll pause this video right away, and then I'll get the verification code. So you can see my verification code, and you might unable to see it also. Okay, like I've said, your RRR number is very, very important, so you can just get a place to write it down, because according to the process I read, you might need it to be able to, log in and everything to verify your payment. So I actually paused the video, and I can see that my time is out, so I just have to repeat this process again, and I'm gonna be doing that off the recording quickly. You can see that the payment is confirmed. You can see payments confirmed. Press OK to continue, and I've actually received a notification on my phone that the amount has been deducted. Actually 3,022 naira 50 kobo has been deducted. So I'm just gonna click on OK right away, and let's do that quickly. So right away, all I have to do is click on continue. Then I'm just gonna be able to, fill in the other stages of the post UTME. So like I will always say, right away, let's do it. So let's continue right away quickly. Okay, I'm gonna click on continue, and it said you do not have any pending payments. Click continue, proceed the application, or click previous to go back to the previous page. So I think first thing I have to do right now is I want to print on my receipt. So I'm just gonna click on this right away, and boom, I'll be able to click on my receipt. So guys, the receipt of Ekiti State University post UTME, you can actually see it, and on the receipt you have a lot of details which you might not actually be able to see, but I hope you see it. So that's just all, and right away I'm gonna save it because it's very, very important. So I'm gonna click on save here, download, and I'm just gonna click on save, because I think, not I think, it's very, very important for me to save this thing. So I can see download complete, and if you are not sure enough, you can receive again, and I'm just gonna do so. So I'm sure I have the copy. So that's all. I'm just gonna close this tab, and I'm gonna continue the process. I'm gonna click on continue. So right away, I have some of my details being there, like my title, surname, your first name, other name, my registration number, my gender. So all I have to do is to input some other information that is very, very necessary, like my date of birth. So I'm just gonna do that very quickly. Oh, continue. I don't know what's happening. Oh, they're asking for my place of birth. Seriously, I can't just get something like that, but I think let me select my state of origin. Oh, they're asking for my parental home, my permanent home address, and my contact address. So I'm just going to give them my permanent address. Yeah, that's my permanent home address. That should also be my contact address. So my phone number, I'm just going to drop my phone number there. Okay. Okay, I think I have this. So I think my place of birth is something I have to pause this video to do, because I can't actually know my place of birth. I don't know. That's just the truth. And for my passport also, I actually have my passport, but you can see that the passport says that it must not be maximum of 20 kilobytes. So I think I have to pause this video to check, because I took a high resolution passport up to an MB, like 1 point something MB. So I'm just gonna check. And remember that the passport must be in a JPEG format, and also your passport must be 1 by 1, meaning if it's 200 by 200, yeah, it must be 200 by 200, 400 by 400, something like that. It must be square, yes. So I have to pause this video to do that. Okay, so I've been able to get my passport, and I checked it out. I reduced it to 500 and something kilobytes, but it must not be more than 200 kilobytes. So I had to reduce it to 400 by 400. So it's 19 kilobytes. So I think I have to check some information right now for my place of birth, which is very, very necessary for this filling of form. Yeah. So which means I'm still gonna pause this video again. So what's just going to happen is that I'm just going to copy my permanent home address and also paste it as my place of birth, and then I'm going to upload my video, my passport photograph. And remember that from the beginning of this video, I actually said your passport is important, so you should get the passport. And now I've made it more clear that your passport must be in JPEG file format. It must be lesser than 20 kilobytes or 20 kilobytes, but not more than 20 kilobytes. And it must be 1 by 1, meaning is 600 600 1080 by 1080p, but advisable for you to be 400 by 400, which will actually give you below 20 kilobytes. So I'm just going to upload it right away, and I'm going to click on show files, then boom. Yeah, so I think I have that. So the last thing is I'm gonna review this, which is one thing I actually want you to do. Before you click on submit on the form on whatever, please make sure you review your information if it is correct, because when it's submitted, it's submitted. For you to amend it later, it's gonna be very, very stressful. So I'll pause the video right now. I'm gonna review my own information and I also want you to do so. So after reviewing my own personal information, there are two more other information you have to fill, which is your next of kin information and sponsor. So remember, if you check the notice, you can see ensure you fill all required information before submitting your form. So actually, I think the next of kin is not required because I can see this here, which is like I think cancel, but I'm just gonna fill it because I don't want any issue later on. So I'm just gonna fill my next of kin, my sponsor, and everything. Okay, so I'm done filling my next of kin and sponsor, and like I've said, is like that option is as like that is optional. You get, so I think it's not compulsory for you to fill it because I can see some, sorry, I can see some things like buttons that can make you to cancel off that section. So, but like I've said, to not have any issue, make sure you fill in your next of kin and your sponsor. And I'm just gonna click save and continue. But like I've said, also make sure you review the whole thing before you submit. So right here, I'm at the fourth stage of the post UTME, and I think here I'm about to fill in my UTME details and my O level details. So I have to do that quickly. So I did English, which is compulsory for everyone to do English. Like there's nothing you can do. So all you have to do is to input your score. And for me to do that, I have to get my jump results, and I also have to get my WIC results out because that's the only way I can be able to fill in the necessary score I got from my exams. So yeah, please go get that right away. So right now I am with my jam result and also with my WIC result. I just have to fill it right away. So I'm just gonna do that quickly. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was not sure about that side. That's how to actually clear off the number I got there, like the score. Then I had to put it because it was not correlating what I got actually. So okay, let me just cross check again. All right. So I have to go to this. Fish talks about my first 16. Yeah, I got my O level results at one sitting. Like I didn't do the exam more than once, and I cleared it off. So I'm just gonna put my full name on my O results right now. So I've got my O results paper here, like the printout here. So I just have to put the name and my name on all information, like my birth certificate and everything goes the same way. You get. Okay, you have to input your exam number also. So the process of applying for the post UTM is quite stressful and a very long process you get. And I don't, I believe you just have to take your time. My exam time, I did my mention. So my English, okay, my English language. Okay, I think I'm looking for English actually. Okay, my English language. Like I've said also, please make sure you review your information. I'm done filling my information as you can see on the screen. So I have to review it, which is very, very important. Remember that when you submit, it's like there's no going back, you get. So I'm just gonna review and I'm just gonna pause the video so it's not gonna be too long. So I just reviewed my results. So I have to click on save and continue where I'm gonna be taken to the last stage of my post UTME, and then I think we should be done. Like we should be done with it that way. So you're about to save result and certificate information. I'm like, yeah, continue, yeah, continue. Okay, now I'm meant to choose my the where actually what I want to actually study in the school. Yeah, so let me do that quick. Yeah. So let's look. Said compulsory. I must have some compulsory subject stuff. It said for my course I'm taking, I must have compulsory four, which is like English, literature, maths, and government, in which I did, and O level option that I must have Islamic knowledge or Christian knowledge, and I have Christian knowledge. And my UTME score is 240, but I think I'm not gonna be seeing my UTME score, and you should have seen it when I was actually feeling it. So that's just it. I'm gonna click the submit application right now, and that's the last stage, and we should be done for this post UTM. Yeah, continue. Wow, what's going on? You said error, try again, and my continue is still showing loading. So I click OK. It's showing loading, but I don't know what's going on. Oh, wow, internet connection. So you can see registration completed. Kindly click OK to print application from one. So maybe there's more from two also, but I think that's just how you have to do right now. And I click OK, and boom, I can see this thing. But I feel you shouldn't be able to see these informations. Maybe some little information can be should, but you should be able to see some of my information because personal. So this is it right now. And like I've always said, or like I always say in all my videos, make sure you print it, make sure you print it, make sure you print it. So that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save it to this thing, and then I have to save again. At least I have like two of it. I'm just click on save. So that's that, and I think we should be done by that. Yeah, I've submitted my post-UTME. I've printed the admission application which I filled, and right now we are looking. I will be waiting for the admitted application, because you can see one application, you can see submitted application, which is actually one, and admitted application, which is zero. So that's just it. And make sure you subscribe to my schoolboy YouTube channel, like our videos, share to friends and family, and if you need any past questions, make sure you go to our website www.myschoolbrod.com. So that's for that. And yeah, check the description section for necessary links, like the links to this particular pursuit me, and also links to all social media platforms where you can connect with us. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.